And play. Anywho, we are back with a little bit of wackiness from the one and only, the jiggiest, the wiggiest, Arun Singh. So we are playing Temur Grinding Breach. So for anyone who's not familiar with the Grinding Breach decks of several months ago, for a while there were many pro players that were claiming that this was going to be the greatest combo deck of all time in all of Modern, with a 2.2 card combo that instantly wins the game. What is that combo? You've got Grinding Station, which says tap, sacrifice an artifact, target player mills 3 cards, and whenever an artifact enters the battlefield, you may untap Grinding Station. That's 1 card. 2 card. Underworld Breach, 1 in a red. Banned in Legacy. Each non-land card in your graveyard has escape. The escape cost is equal to the card's mana cost plus exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. So, with Grinding Station, Underworld Breach, and any of these 0 mana artifacts in our graveyard, we can essentially go infinite, grinding through our own deck, and as long as we have blue available and 3 cards in our graveyard, we can cast Thassa's Oracle and win the game for having no cards in our library. Anyone who's not familiar with this card, go ahead and give it a read, but essentially if you have 0 cards in your library, you'll win the game. It's a little bit more technical than that, but if you have 0 cards in the game and this trigger resolves, 0 cards in your deck and this trigger resolves, you will win. Now, what are we constructing around that? In this case, we've gotten a Temur shell with Jiggy Wiggy's favorite value cards and mine, Wrenn and Six and Uro. And we never really separate all of these 0 mana artifacts from Emry, Lurker of the Loch. Then, of course, we've jammed Kinnan in here because it wouldn't be a Jiggy Wiggy pile without Kinnan and Mox Amber. Kinnan makes it so that any of our non-land permanents that tap for mana will add an extra mana. And we've got some Gilded Goose and Springleaf Drums. So generally speaking, we are looking to generate a small amount of mana. We really only need 4 in a single turn. And then we can put together a combo in the game. We do have Galvanic Blast in the deck, so if for any reason Thassa's Oracle becomes inaccessible, we can use Galvanic Blast to just kill our opponent by casting that over and over and over again with Escape, with Underworld Breach. I did that in my previous league, in which I went 4-1, including a spectacular 2-0 against Black-Red Shadow, which I believe is one of the better decks in the metagame. I'm still tweaking with the sideboard, and I'm also interested in something for the main deck that does not involve the graveyard so we can win the game. But as Sodek proved this weekend, there is possibly a gap in Modern as far as graveyard hate is concerned, because using Dredge, he managed to win the challenge, which is only possible if and when graveyard hate is absent. Dredge can win. What's up, Speeve? I'm surprised you don't have Urza in the main. Card slaps so hard. If you mean by that card gets slapped down so hard, I couldn't agree with you more. Not only is it blue, so it is counterable by Mystical Dispute, but it's exilable by Skyclave Apparition. I don't know if Urza has been worse than he is now. I would love to play Urza. He's one of my favorite cards of all time, but I don't know if he's a good answer. Now, he might be the answer to my question of what can we play that isn't graveyard based, because I am looking for something that isn't graveyard based to put in the deck. I think Wrenn and Six or Uro is the card that would get the cut, the first thing. All I remember is shoving 4 Urzas in this deck back when Astrolabe was legal. Right, but that's when Astrolabe was legal, and that's the thing, is like, that's a totally different... Yeah, I agreed. I loved all of the Urza variations. Sultai Urza, Temur Urza, 4-color Urza, they were all some of my favorite decks of all time. Oh, we're against Johnny Rotten. Well, we're against the Sex Pistols, but... Give me a 1-mana cantrip artifact with no effects. Yeah, I would love that. Okay, we're keeping this hand for sure. It's not great, but we've got Underworld Breach, so if we get Grinding Station, we can actually win the game on turn 3. So one of the strengths of this deck is just how slim and brutally fast the combo is. That said, we're matched up against Tron, which is not a deck that I haven't played against them yet with this formulation of the list, and it is one of the decks that can potentially give you a lot of issues. It does look like they're casting Ancient Stirrings here, which might mean they don't have a Snap-Off Tron. But probably they do. They pick a Forest. Okay, so they're probably not going to have turn 3 Tron, which means there is a gap for us to win here, but we kind of need to draw some action right now. That's not action. Okay. Probably should have played the Vista there in order to thin my deck slightly. I don't need to play an EE here. I guess it threatens their expedition map, but I really don't feel like that's valuable. It looks like we're likely to take a loss here in game 1, which is... we'll see. They might even not have a turn 4 Tron, which would be just indication, I think, that perhaps my opponent did not mulligan aggressively enough. Yeah, if they miss the turn 4 Tron, then they 100% misplayed. No real criticism meant by it. I just there's just no world in which that's correct. Probably shouldn't have fetched the mountain because it's my only one. So if they exile it here, it's going to be awkward for me to cast any red spells in the future. I mean, I think I'm going to get away with it anyway, but just food for thought. And then you can tap Uro while he's in play to a Springleaf Drum and get a mana while you're doing that, which is always a neat play that this deck gets to do. So if they somehow miss the turn 4 Tron here, we might be able to go off. And if all they have is Ugin, Ugin does not interact with our combo at instant speed, so it's possible we could just top deck a Grinding Station and just win it. Which is, wow! Okay, so they're going to have 5 mana to work with here with their Tron. So, hopefully not Karn. Oh, it's Karn. Great. Well, I guess we're just dead. Pithing Needle. And they had a mana floating, so they get to Pithing Needle Wrenn and Six. Brutal. I guess we could pick up Galvanic Blast. Emry. That's not great. We can go Emry into Uro. No, we can't because of the Karn. I mean, we're not actually dead here yet, so I will continue onwards just a little bit. I'm not excited about playing this Emry because it might reveal that we're playing the combo. Okay, it didn't. We got away with it. I suppose I could play and pop Engineered Explosives on 1, but that'll kill 2 Springleaf Drums. No, I can't. There's a freaking Karn in play. Never mind. Nor me. I'm not a smart man. I know what love is, but I'm not a smart man. I mean, I want to know what love is. I should have left the red open because what I want to draw here is Galvanic Blast. Not punished. That's okay. Okay, pass the turn. Play second Uro with red up. Yeah, that's what I should have done. I want to know what love is. Okay, so I'm wondering if they get some kind of graveyard hate because for some reason they might be afraid of Uro. I also, like, they've got to have, like, a real Haymaker in their hand. They have to. They have 6 cards. Like, this has been the most gimme of all gimme games that has ever gimmied. What is it, Avatar? Some kind of goblin? Oh, it's Krenko. Neat. Krenko's a baller. I love that they Pithing Needle Wrenn and Six. Like, really? I mean, like, what I would have done with the Wrenn and Six is ping their Karn so that if they wished with it, that they would lose the Karn, which I desperately need them to do. But, wow, they're really tanking on this, huh? Well, while they're tanking, let's go look at the Tails Ends that we're going to sideboard in, because these are great. Possibly the Galvanic Blast, and then definitely Ashiok. And we're going to sideboard out some number of Uros, and probably some number of Wrenn and Six. It's Ugin? Eugene. Okay. -3? Yep. No, what? Oh, they bolted Emry. Okay, sure. Whatever. Grafdigger's Cage. Oh, and they have a mana, and they can play it. Brutal. Okay, so if we had hit Galvanic Blast, we'd be able to take down the Karn, play the explosives, take down the Needle, play the Mox, play the Emry. We didn't. But I think we can actually go off next turn. So we're not out of this. I think if we top deck Galvanic Blast, we can actually take this. So I am not scooping yet because I'm pretty sure. Oh, also I was meant to cast an Uro there. I don't know why I didn't do that. I was distracted with figuring out that I could actually win the game. It's not a good excuse, but it's my excuse. But I should be one card deeper and potentially have made them minus their Ugin. 6 mana. Wurmcoil? Sure. That doesn't matter if I top deck the Galvanic Blast. That's not what we wanted to see. Oh, there's a Grafdigger's Cage. That's why it wasn't displaying that I could play the Uro out of my graveyard. Well, that makes all kinds of sense. Unfortunately, casting the Thassa's Oracle is a dead giveaway, but... so we choose none of these. So Thassa's Oracle has one of those weird modern templatings where you look at X cards and you can choose to put one of them on top, but you can also choose to put none of them on top, which is, it's just so, it's implicit. Put up to one of them on the top. Yeah. Reading Croxa still melts my brain from time to time because I am a small brain, not a big brain. All right, we could still top deck Galvanic Blast and take this, I think. Does that make sense? Yeah, because we can cast an Emry. The Emry can mill the grinding station. Okay, they are going nuts on the Ugin. I don't know if going nuts on the Ugin will actually beat us. Unless they realize that they have to take the Thassa's Oracle out of my graveyard. So we'll see. They're at 33, so if they do take my Thassa's Oracle out, I have to Galvanic Blast them to death. And that... Okay, so the Emrakul didn't trigger there. So if we top deck the Galvanic Blast, we're good here. Oh, they got a second Karn? Okay, let's see what they wish for. Sundering Titan. Okay, that's game. Yeah, if you take my mana, I can't win. Fair enough. Yeah, Tail's End is good because it's a stifle, but also we're able to go after their planeswalkers with it. So I don't need Uros, and I'll cut one Wrenn and Six. Does this seem good? I think that seems good. I want to keep most of my 0-cost artifacts, but I don't want to go too low. We'll cut one more EE for an Uro. EE is like not great here. And then Ashiok's not that exciting, but we're on the play and we can put it down on turn 2, which can be fairly devastating. I don't really want Aether Gust against Tron. You could play it if you have nothing else, but I'm happier to have these Galvanic Blasts, I think. Who are I? Aspiring Spike? No, but I am willing to learn from everyone who plays Modern and plays it at an exceptional level. Okay, so if we hit a second land, this is kind of baller. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to Bauble myself on turn 1. And if there's land on top, I guess I'm not playing a Springleaf Drum. Maybe I No, we have 18 lands in this deck, and it's 61 cards, so we really should Bauble ourselves on turn 1 here. Maybe going to see a mulligan to 5. They're on the draw, so they can do that. I mean, it's Tron. They can mulligan to 4 if they want to. Mulligans to 5, mulligans to 4. Should see the keep here. Mulligans to 3. Okay, well, looks like we got this one. Again, looks like they could just have Tron, plus card liberated. London Mulligan doing work here. So I'm hoping that there is not a land on the top, because that means I get to fetch now and play a Springleaf Drum. I think I get a forest. The number of green and blue sources in this deck are roughly equivalent, but there are Gilded Geese in the deck. So if I draw a Gilded Goose within the next turn cycle, I can play the Goose, then play a Springleaf Drum. So, yikes. Okay. Well, that's not really the way we wanted this to go. Okay. Are there too many? Jesus. Okay. Sure. I guess we're about to find out if there's too many basic lands in my deck. Play Kinnan, play Mox Amber, why not? If they play Karn here, we gotta... Jesus. Oh, okay, it's just Wormcoil? That's fine. Okay, so we can activate Kinnan, which we're probably going to do right now. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that right now. I wonder if they have Ulamog in their hand. I feel like they're going to have Ulamog. Let's hit one of our Uros. Nope. Just full-on miss. You'll love to see it. Okay. Brutality. Sure. You got me. So it's a race, you say? Very well. Although since they attacked, if they play a Karn, the Great Creator, this turn, we can attack it down and blast it. So... Oh, no, 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 no. Oh my god. Brutality. Yeah, yeah. No, that's fine. I didn't need those anyway. Jeez! Okay, I mean... Tron is going to be one of our worst matchups generally, but we've had a pretty slow and unfortunate go of it here. Oh my god. Case the Ketria Triome? Yeah, of course. And then Ugin shoots me. Nope, just dead. Couldn't get anything going there. Womp womp. Brutal. But this is the way my last league started out. Big mana decks are going to be an issue unless you can fast combo them, and unfortunately that one is playing Karn the Great Creator. If we run into Amulet Titan playing Karn the Great Creator, we are also going to be in trouble, so worth paying attention to. This is one of those decks where I also am not sure if I'm supposed to mulligan for more aggressive hands, but I definitely feel a lot of tension between trying to play Wrenn and Six and Uro in this deck versus playing something like Serum Visions or Witching Well, which properly sort of organically add to your strategy. So I should probably just try that next league. We're going to keep this as a solid hand. We're on the draw. Hopefully we don't get shafted by a whole bunch of discard, but we are resilient to Thoughtseize here or Inquisition in terms of getting keep a Wrenn and Six. So this is one of those cases where like we're in the dark, we're keeping Wrenn and Sixes and fetch lands, so this is like If this is worth doing, this has got to be one of those games where it's worth doing. Unless we're playing against a combo deck, then we're probably just screwed. I don't think I actually should have kept this hand in the dark, but being on the draw, I don't know. I'm just cautious. Perhaps to my disadvantage. Yeah. Everything's coming up Millhouse. We need Forest or Mountain here if I want to cast Wrenn and Six next turn. If anyone's curious about why I split my forests and islands into snow-covered versus regular, it's just because I always do. I like doing it. As long as they're all old border, I am a happy camper. Stoneforge, sure. 60 card, death and taxes. Batterskull. Batterskull, I don't care. You were curious? Were you actually? Come on. I literally always do it. It's just I like doing it. Like, it's like splitting your fetch lands in a 2-color deck. You should always split your extra fetch lands in a 2-color deck. So if you're playing blue-white, you play 4 Flooded Strands, but then if you want to play any more, you should play one of each of whatever your major color is. So let's say you really want to have blue fetches, so you play 1 Polluted Delta, 1 Steam Vents, and 1 Misty Rainforest, just in case someone plays a Pithing Needle on you or something like that, or Surgical Extraction for whatever reason. Again, that's one of those silly optimal things that I usually like don't even care about. This hand is god awful full of Wrenn and Sixes. This is the worst kind of thing. But it looks like they're sitting back and waiting on dropping in Batterskull, which is not too bad. So we're gonna play Kinnan, and Kinnan's gonna play Thassa's Oracle. This is gonna make our win slightly awkward. I wonder if I shouldn't play the Oracle in case they Path to Exile Oracle. We can win with just Galvanic Blast, but since they have a Batterskull coming in, that will be really, really awkward. So probably just gonna play Grinding Station here to be mana efficient. Although I guess I don't want to expose Grinding Station to Skyclave Apparition. The Aether Vial is going to be a serious problem in this matchup, and this is one of those situations where I really wish I was playing Karn instead. So we kind of got a whole sort of catch-22 thing going here. Play the Oracle. Value Oracle. Yeah, I definitely am interested in Emry. Although if they path me, I will shuffle, so that's not great. And I think we're playing 4 Prismatic Vistas with only 5 basic lands in the whole deck, so that also might be a bit sketchy. Oh no. Well, I guess the path's not going to make me search anymore, so hooray. Yay. Oh, they shot the Kinnan. Okay. Oh, I wonder if they'll Ghost Quarter me. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, they did not. So I guess they need their mana for something? Maybe they only have 2 lands. There's no Batterskull in play, though, so we're not going to die quickly. Hardcast Skyclave, Vial in Skyclave. Just eat all my permanents. Do it. Do it. Attack whatever you want. I don't care. Oh my god, they're both attacking Wrenn and Six. Holy jeez, man. I don't even know what to do. Grinding Station being able to sacrifice... Jesus. Grinding Station being able to sacrifice itself to itself is 10 out of 10 a valuable part of this deck. Okay, so that sucks. Oh, and it comes into play tapped. So even if I wanted to use it. Super. Oh, this is more than a little obnoxious. It's actually just mostly unfortunate that we didn't draw any engineered explosives so far, which I guess is the #1 reason to just jam this Emry and the grinding station. Yeah, we're just going to play both, huh? All right, fair enough. Emry. Thassa's Oracle is a much better blocker for almost infinite reasons, so we're definitely leaving that up to block. Oh, I can't play more than 1 spell per turn. God, that's so stupid. Well, we flipped an Engineer Explosive and a Grinding Station, but unfortunately we also flipped an Underworld Breach, so they know exactly what's up. On the flip side, if they try to strip mine me or what have you, I can pay for it now, so I guess that's not the end of the world. So, Archon of Emeria helping me not be quite as much of an idiot as I would normally be. So that's good. I do like not being an idiot as much as I'd normally be. I want to be the appropriate amount of idiot. So next turn we go 3 colors and then, oh boy. Are they just pumping again, or do they actually have the Skyclave Apparition that they Flicker Wisp, huh? Yeah, okay. Value Stoneforge, sure. I suppose if they have a 4th mana getting... oh, they can't pay for it. Never mind. Value Stoneforge. And the last card in their hand is Batterskull, so that's basically irrelevant for the next turn. I mean, we're going to take a whack at damage, but hopefully we can EE them. Although I don't... Mana-wise, I don't think I can do it in any way, shape, or form. I don't think I can make that happen, so... Definitely in an awkward spot here. Come on, buddy. Crash on in here. Skadoosh. Sure. Do we just EE to kill bird and win? We can't do that because we're not going to have enough mana. The taxes deck is successfully taxing me. Go figure. The ghost court. Ah, I could have paid for the... Wasn't expecting it. All right, that's just brutal. Not brutal, it was just a shitty, just clicking through everything that was happening because I thought it didn't matter. Oh, man. That's a beating. I mean, it doesn't really matter much, but because we were going to need 2 turns to do anything there, but it sucks that we're down a land. We shouldn't be down a land. All right. So I do have 2 more basics in my deck, so we'll just play a Vista, play a... God damn it! This thing is so obnoxious. Good lord. Alright, well. Yeah, get your Batterskull. Yeah. So I guess we could top deck an Engineered Explosives. And we can play it on 3 and pop it right away. So, and then I think after that point we'll still be able to be alive. And we might be able to combo off, so we'll see. And playing it and popping it on 3 will give us an extra blocker, so that's good. Tax's deck is so tilting. It's just not fun. This does not need to attack. I mean, sure, you can. So you go here, you go there. We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. So we've got 1 turn to top deck a... okay. 1 turn to top deck the... engineer explosives. Yeah. We could we do it with Galvanic Blast? We could stay alive with Galvanic Blast. We didn't get it anyway. I guess I can cast Uro? Does that help me much? I guess it doesn't hurt. Well, it's not the worst play in the world, I guess. Blue, blue, green, green. I think I still die. I'm not going to bother doing the math. I'll probably do the math before they attack. I don't want to exile that. Breach something something. Sorry, my screen turned off. It's really frustrating. I will read your message. Breach, breach, breach. Oh, it's just Jiggy being excited that we're playing the breach deck. Yeah, well, we lost the first one against Greentron already, so it's has not started out illustriously, and this mother flipper is giving me the business. I mean, I'm not too worried about it, generally speaking. I think we do gain some points post board here, and I don't know that their deck gets any better against our... I don't know if it could be any better against us. We are completely dead here. Yeah. So I don't know what they're doing over there, but that's okay. Attack with all. Okay, cool. Good for you. You found the line. Good job, opponent. Bring in all the EE. That's one of the things. And then the Galvanic Blast. Possibly Tail's End. Gotta figure out what I'm cutting here. Wrenn and Six is really, really poor at actually killing anything in their deck. Probably want more Ashiok. Well, I'm just not sure about that. Ashiok's actually not that good against Greentron. Like, if you're on the play and you get the super fast Ashiok, which is not easy to do in this deck. I mean, you can do it. The mill ourselves is great. It's okay. I have found, just in general, yeah, maybe. I mean, it does buy time. Okay, good. All right. Well, if it's been a house for you, then maybe it's better than I think it is. But like, it buys you time against the Titan decks, but it's not the end of the world for them. All right. I think this is the only changes I'm going to make. I think we're actually fairly well set up here. We just need to be more cognizant of what we're setting up and when. Like, I lost a bunch of percentage points there. Just with little things that I did wrong. But that's fine. No, it's not even the deck. It's just playing against taxes. Like, I missed a search on a Path to Exile because I had F6 through my turn. Because I was like, they're not going to path me now. Like, it just doesn't... There was no particular reason to path any of my creatures. And then they did. I mean, there wasn't that they couldn't do it. I should have been paying more attention, but I wasn't. I just fat fingered through a path that I could have paid for. Paid for the search. I had a really rough one. Yeah, it was just the was it last league or was it the one before? I lost to Green White Titan in a game where no, it was Amulet Titan. I lost. Yeah, it was the only match that I lost in the last league was against Amulet Titan, and I EE'd their. I bet the Grixis version was nuts of this deck. Why? I wonder. So the thing about Ashiok, though, is Ashiok doesn't help you find an Underworld Breach. Because the problem I'm having with this deck a lot of the time is finding a Breach. Because you can Emry mill a grinding station, and then if you have a Breach, then you get to bring it back. Or if you have an Emry, you get to bring it back. But there's no way to recur an Underworld Breach, so milling one doesn't help us. And obviously, the Jeskai version back in the day was playing the Hall of Heliod's Generosity, which is, I don't really want to play that card. It's not very good, but like, I feel like this deck should just be playing some number of Serum Visions or something similar to that in order to... Grixis for Luris. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's gross. Oh, we need to be doing that. Do you have a list for that? I want to play that. I want to try playing that. That sounds good. I don't know if you need Goblin Engineer, but the Luris sounds good. All right, am I keeping this? I think I am. It's just like a good hand on the play, full of value. Yeah, I mean, if you, yeah. I mean, I would be willing to at least try playing it after this league, or maybe testing it tomorrow and then streaming it tomorrow night. Because yeah, Lurus in a Breach deck sounds pretty good. Is it a Lurus deck or is it Lurus in the deck? Because I feel like we could come up with a Grixis Breach deck, which is an actual Lurus deck. Or you could do 4-color and play Kinnan. If you played a Lurus deck, you could play Wrenn and Six and Kinnan. Okay. So we're going to Bauble ourselves here. Cannot be Lurus Companion due to Emry. Yeah, if you play Emry, I suppose. Which you almost definitely would want to. I'm just saying, like, you don't... That's not mandatory. We're going to Bauble ourselves here. Because I don't have any of my combo pieces, so I'm interested in improving the quality of my draw. Plus, bobbling your opponent is like next to useless. I mean, if they have no cards in hand, it's fairly useful. It depends on the matchup, but Emry. Yeah, I'm interested in the Emry. I will draw that. Cannot be Lurus Companion due to Emry. Yeah, fair enough. So then next turn, we're going to play probably Mox Amber into Wrenn and Six. I mean, I don't even need to play the Mox Amber, but I want it in play so I can Galvanic Blast. Unless we draw a 0-mana artifact. Plains, sure. Giver, sure. Galvanic Blast, target acquired. Not really. I mean, kind of. Would I rather play Emry or Wrenn and Six? If I play Wrenn and Six, I can also Galvanic Blast, which is the most mana efficient thing to do. But getting Emry to not have Summoning Sickness anymore is very good as well. So if I play Emry, I'm giving up the chance to interact with whatever their other card is, but I can't do that anyway. So I think it's actually better to play the Emry. Yeah, it is. I was just talking myself into it. Yeah, we play the Minamo, sure. I don't actually... Oh, no, I do need to play the Mox. Yeah. It's always the Summoning Sickness thing with Emry. Like, you always want to play Emry out basically as early as possible because once she's off of Summoning Sickness, it's like a huge deal. And then she starts being an engine that draws you like relevant cards every turn, where Wrenn and Six is drawing you lands, which in this deck is not the greatest. It's fine, but it's not... You don't get a lot of wins from just like drawing lands in this deck. You need to be drawing better action. Okay, so we're just dead, huh? Okay. I guess we could top deck an E. Okay, go get a red source. Needs to be non-basic. Yeah. We pretty much can't win the game with Rest in Peace in play. Like, we legitimately don't have anything we can do about it. We just need to top deck one of our engineered explosives. This is one of the things, like, Wrenn and Six is so bad in this deck, isn't it, Jiggy? Uro, maybe, but Wrenn and Six is so bad in this deck. I feel like we could play one more land and some Serum Visions. Like, it's really good against, like, black... Good God. I can't even kill it. Like, it... Really? Okay. It's not a Breach deck. What? It's Temur Uro with Breach. It's not. We're not playing any Cryptic Commands. We're not playing any of the good control cards. Like, that's just not true at all if you're talking about Temur Uro in the way I believe most people know that what that deck is. Oh, I shouldn't have played the grinding station there because I need to EE on 2, so that's just gonna get exiled if I do that. I've been loving the Wrenn and Six. Well, no, I get that, but like the only matchup I thought it was particularly useful in was Black Red Shadow. Look, I love Wrenn and Six more than anything. I love this card to death. It just doesn't fit in this deck. Like, it doesn't do anything that we want it to be doing, and it fails when the deck gets attacked on the axes that make this deck fail. Like, it doesn't fix any problems that we have, and it gives us more problems in the matchups we're bad against. It doesn't make any sense to me. Please Ghost Quarter me. Please Ghost Quarter me twice? Bother doing it? Nope. All right. Okay. I love Healing Salve. I should have left my red open. I couldn't do that. Never mind. Oh, hooray. More things that search. Okay. I should have plus my Wrenn and Six. Not that it does much, but I should plus my Wrenn and Six. So with their Ghost Quarters, they can't actually like double strip mine me, no matter how hard they try, because the way you pay for Leonin and Arbiter, it just doesn't matter. They're gonna double attack my Wrenn and Six right now, so they should do. Yeah. Oh, they're attacking me? All right, whatever. Not dying quickly. Playing the grinding station was a big mistake, though. Okay, so pay for the Arbiter. Fetch. Never punished, apparently. Apparently, I am never punished. I mean, I lose the game, but at least I don't lose the game because of my misplays. Favorite island? This one? I love this island. Randy Elliott, great job. Anson Maddox, step up your game. What are these Easter Island heads doing? Obviously, these aren't actual Easter Island heads doing, but like, what are these doing? Come on, man. What is this? What is this? I don't know. Don't know what's going. Ghost Quarter field. Okay. Relax, we get it. Jeez. All right. We've got 4 engineered explosives in the deck. I would like to top deck one of them, please. You don't like foils? I have 14 or so. Well, no, I like foils. I just can't play them in paper tournaments. I have a bunch of Mercadian Mask foil lands, and they are super thick, like THICCCC thick, 4 Cs. Are you fielding me? Wild. Yeah, I'll take the thinning. Fetch first. Not for any particular reason, just because I just played for Arbiter, so I might as well. Okay, we have lots of basics still. Because they've been turning off my Wrenn and Six, so I can't search for them. Okay. They can't Ghost Quarter me off of red, which is significant. Hardcast Batterskull? Do it. Do it. We're still able to win this out of nowhere, and that just tickles me. I mean, we won't do it immediately because it's 2 mana intensive, but pay for it. Do it. Do it. Good. Good human. Good human. You paid for your thing. Okay, that's going to kill me a turn early. If the Stoneforge wasn't. Finally kill the giver. I guess if I top deck the EE here, it makes it even more savage against them right now. No, the Skyclave Apparition will kill me, huh? Shit. No, we're just dead. Couldn't do it. Have you tried the Twinless deck, the 5-0s every so often? You mean Kiki Blue Moon? No, there it was. 4 cards deep. All right. Yeah, with the boil-proof mana base. I haven't. I mean, it's cool, but I don't think I need to play that. There's lots of people playing that, you know. Like yeah, it's probably good. I mean, Blue Moon has been riding high, so extra easy 88. We're on the play, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of hand we were losing with, but maybe this time we'll win with it. I bought foil Kiki Jikis ages ago, and it's time to use them. Nice. Love that. Opponent mulligans to 6. See the Lotus Field Modern List that Spike streamed today? I did. I watched a good chunk of that stream. It was excellent. That is a very, very cool deck. Very cool deck. Oh no. Actually, this is the matchup I crushed last time, so actually I don't know if this is Black-Red Shadow. Because I don't know that Black-Red Shadow plays Soulscar Mage. I don't think the good versions do. I think they play Bromat Courier, Shadow, Scourge, and Taylor Swift Spear. So I will be interested to see if this is actually Black-Red Shadow. I don't have any reason to play this Mox Amber this turn, so I'm not gonna. Are you gonna force me? Okay, good. I was like, what's happening? Cycle 3 Wraith in response. Uro's gonna be a big deal in this matchup. I mean, this is the Wrenn and Six Uro matchup, so you know we are playing the cards. So luckily we will be able to take advantage of that fact. I wonder if they bolt swing down my Wrenn and Six. I would love to see that. Thoughtseize. That's fine. I don't give a shoot. What are you gonna do? Make me discard my Uro? Should make me discard my grinding station, probably. Maybe the Mox. I don't know. Don't know. I don't know. It also depends if they have another discard spell from here. What would I make me discard? Probably the grinding station. Yeah, good. Good. Bauble. All right. Do you have one more spell? Bolt my face and then just attack down my Wrenn and Six? Does not look like it. If they could have, they would have. Yeah, you don't leave Wrenn and Six on the board like that. It's just sloppiness. All right. So if I've been paying attention to the right players playing the right way, if you can play Uro first, I think you're meant to do that. But in this deck, I'd actually rather thin first. So I'm gonna go get Island, and then go 1, 2, 3. Play the Uro. I should have picked up the Misty so I could just replay the same Misty so they don't know as much of my hand as possible. So it's a very tiny percentage play, but you should probably always be making them when you can. So this is the stuff I've basically never gotten good at, is like doing all this sequencing nonsense correctly. I don't know why I don't care. I really wish that I did. Somehow I just don't worry about it. Because the end of the turn, the resulting situation's basically the same. I don't know if I love this Ketria Triome in this deck either, Jiggy. It is kicked me in the butt multiple times. Just like drawing the mandatory tapped land off the top. And I never, ever cycle it. I don't know. I feel like I just have a very different idea of how this deck could be best constructed. And I should probably just follow my gut instead of assuming that Jiggy Wiggy knows what's best all the time. Especially because I feel like your response to that situation will be, yes, you absolutely should. Yeah, we're not blocking this. I mean, we're basically damned if we do and damned if we don't here. Yeah, so it didn't matter exactly. So if we block the Goose, they just bolt the Wrenn and Six. If we block the Wrenn, I think it's a playstyle thing. But I don't know that that's true, because like I feel like I'm the more hardcore control player out of the two of us, and I'm the one saying we need to take out the weird grinding elements out of this deck and just kill people because it's a combo deck and we're supposed to be just killing them. Okay, it's a good card in the matchup. And if I pop it immediately, I cannot cast Uro, so we're going to play... Oh, I can Misty and then Uro. That's what we're going to do. You love the Ketria Triome. Yeah, see, these are the things. These are the weird niche things. But that's why one of the reasons why Magic is great is it's so hard to solve. I don't love having to exile my grinding station, but I can't do this unless I do. If I shock the Stomping Grounds, I can actually put it... I can actually EE this turn. I do wonder if I should do that. I think what I'm going to do is go empty-handed here. So we're going to go EE on 1 and cast the grinding station. And part of the reason I want to do this is just to put 0 cards in my hand for them to get free discards off of. And then second of all, putting the grinding station into play early is nice because I can start grinding this food to mill myself to be ready to escape Uro again, because I'm going to assume that they're going to kill my Uro at least once. But we can bury them with grinding station Uro. So I haven't actually gotten to play any matchups where this is relevant. I think it's going to be really, really good here. They had to sacrifice their Sunbaked Canyon there, so I'm assuming I'm about to be in really good shape. Yes, I am in great shape. This is pathetically underpowered compared to the awesome might of Uro. Because I'm just going to escape Uro next turn by grinding my food and then grinding my Mox. No, I mean, it's not that I don't see what you're talking about. It's just that it doesn't help you that much against a lot of the matchups I was running into that I believe are fairly popular. It's not that I think that they're irrelevant. I think they're irrelevant against the most important matchups that are going to kill you the hardest. I mean, if this is what you have in mind for this deck, though, you're going to lose to a lot of the good combo decks and a lot of the good control decks. Because they're just doing this, but better than you. I mean, I'm willing to be told that I'm wrong. Do I play EE on 2? And just assume that I don't care about the Soulscar Mage? I think that I do, because they can escape their Crocs on this turn. So let's just put an EE on 2. I agree about combo though. Yeah, but we can outspeed a combo deck. The problem is it's impossible to ever draw Breach when you need it. Maybe we could play Thought Scour. I don't know. I just feel like something along those lines. Okay. Please continue to play into my... There it is. Gotta bounce. See a Speeve. Espeeve. It does feel like this deck has like an insurmountably excellent matchup against Black-Red Shadow, which I do love. I do love having a great Black-Red Shadow matchup. I don't know if I even need Soul Guide Lanterns here. I do feel like they're going to mess with my graveyard, but I think Engineered Explosives is the best tool we have for dealing with that. Wrenn and Six is not the best here. And then we'll cut an Amber, a Springleaf Drum maybe. Oh, Kinnans. Kinnan and a Springleaf Drum, something like this. Boarding out in this matchup is awkward. All the things we're boarding in are pretty excellent. I don't even know if I need this extra Galvanic Blast. I think 2 is probably fine. I mean, I don't know if we actually need any, but I want some number. Especially because the last time I played this matchup, one of the games, I was able to, without going infinite or anything like that, I just had a significant enough graveyard that I went Underworld Breach, Galvanic Blast, and killed them. So I only needed to cast it twice to put themselves to 8. We didn't see a single Shadow or a single Scourge. I wonder if this is just the Black-Red Prowess or Black-Red Mid-Range deck or some kind of amalgamation of the two. So you didn't see any Bomat Couriers either. I definitely want all the Engineer Explosives. I'm gonna submit like this, and if this is like some more grindy version, because they're playing Kroxa, so they're not like the pure Scourge Shadow version. That I don't think that deck plays Kroxa. That's too grindy for them. Yeah, I'm really interested in figuring out how best to build this deck. I think I should take my own crack at it tomorrow and make it like more combo centric and see if that leads anywhere. Like if I build the pure combo centric version and I notice that I'm like losing a bunch of games where I get like picked apart and I need value cards, then I will definitely be interested in coming back to you. But like this is what we should be doing with the iterative deck brewing. Like I'm gonna just like totally gut the mid-range package, just take out all 8 cards and see where I end up. Put in Serum Visions and Urzas. I think that's the first place I'm gonna go. Can I keep this hand? I feel like I can on the draw. I just want to keep a 7 against the Thoughtseize deck, and like we have an Uro, so they have to deal with the Uro, and then I've got triple Bauble, so I can blank discard on their turn 2 of anything relevant, especially if I play the Mox out. Oh, the other thing that totally wrecked them last time that I played this matchup was Veil of Summer out of the graveyard while I was breaching. They tried to interrupt me when I started breaching by casting Kolaghan's Command, and I played Veil of Summer out of the graveyard. It was not fair. It was not an okay thing to do. Take the Mox Amber. That's very intelligent. I like the opponent. You played it good. You played it good. Let's draw Emry right now. Okay, I'll take that. I'm gonna shock and play this. If they have another discard spell, I'm literally gonna leave them with a handful of Uros to attack. So go nuts. Go nuts for donuts. What's my hand? It could be anything. It could even be a boat. You know how much we wanted one of those? I need the thing. All right, what do you got? Oh, baby. Give me more. I need to see more. I want you to play a second one. Play more 1-drops. I'm not popping the E on that thing. Soul Guide Lantern on top. That is good to know about. I mean, I've got 2 Uros, so. Hey, we actually drew a land at a reasonable pace. I love it when we do that. Second E. Okay. Let's go get... Am I getting a mountain here? I cut 2 Wrenn and Six, right? Yeah, I should... So the toss-up here is if I draw a Kinnan, I would like to be able to play that. If I draw a Wrenn and Six, I'd like to be able to play that. Oh, I cut a Kinnan too, right? So it's a 50-50. But I'd also like to be able to play a Galvanic Blast if I draw that. So we'll get a mountain here. I want to play this grinding station out. I suppose I don't actually need to play out anything here. So maybe this is wrong. And the mountain can't cast Uro out of my graveyard. Yeah, I don't even, man. I can't deal with the loss of Astrolabe. Like I was listening to Spike talk to people about like why it was banned and why it was not okay today, and I was like, I can't listen to this anymore. I don't care if other people are right. Like I missed that freaking card. Control. Okay. What to do. I need to have red, I think. So if I draw a breach, I can probably just just go with a value breach, especially if I grind myself a few times. So we're going to do this way. It's not perfect, but nothing's going to be in this situation, so we will upkeep Bauble them. Up and at them. Up and at them. Up and at them. Is this the same Soul Guide Lantern? It is. Okay. Yeah. They already cast that Thoughtseize, so they have Soul Guide Lantern in their hand. That's okay. We have no Uros in our graveyard. Of course, they can just play Soul Guide Lantern and make it harder for me to escape Uro. Yeah! I gotta yield to that. Thoughtseize. Sure. No problem. Man, Engineer Explosives is not great against Soul Guide Lantern. They should 110% play their Soul Guide Lantern here, I think. Really? Alright, maybe not. Maybe not. Wait, they have no Soul Guide Lantern in play. So if I top deck a Breach, do I just win? I do, right? I mean, I didn't, but I would have. Wild. I know they have a Soul Guide Lantern in their hand. Does that change when I want to play this Emry? Yeah, it does. Does it? No. No, not really. I should get their Soul Guide Lantern out of their hands, so it's gonna suck, but and they can see Veil of Summer now. It will be more on their radar than it would have been already. I am happy I chose to set my mana up such that I will be able to play a Wrenn and Six if I pick it up. Alright. Please play a removal spell on my Emry. Thoughtseize again. Brutal. They are going to get rid of 3 Engineer Explosives with the Soul Guide Lantern they play. Are they finally playing it? They should, right? Yeah, there it is. I guess they're playing it because they get extra damage off of it. Oh, Emry's going to live, though. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, so on my turn, we actually get to force them to make an interesting choice because they are going to have to either let me play something with Emry or let me keep my Engineered Explosives, which is really bad for them. Oh, they just jammed it. All right, so I get to keep my Engineered Explosives. Good to know. So let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. We'll play it out on 1. I intend to sack the EE to the grinding station this turn cycle, but having it on 1 is not a bad thing. There's a good chance they're going to grab their Lurus. That's fine too. Like if they want to waste their whole turn grabbing a Lurus, that's a-okay. What is up, Sol Seras? Sol Seras? Sibilants. Super Sibilant S's. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not what I want to do. Alright. Play Uro. Play Uro. Draw land. Bang. Nice. Not the color I wanted, but... Oh my god, the land's not even the color I wanted. This is so stupid. You're stupid. Play Engineered Explosives. Whatever. God. Alright. We milled 2 breaches. That sucks. At least we have an engineered explosives in the rotation right now. So they're gonna play Luris, then they're gonna play Taylor. Ms. Swift Spear. Oh, right. That's obnoxious. That's super obnoxious. Yikes. Okay, so we really need to get rid of this Luris. So I'm glad that I kept the Galvanic Blasts in my deck. Yeah, that's not the best, huh? Yikes. Alright. Do I need to feed this Uro to the beast? I don't want to. So I can't pop this EE to get rid of the Soul Guide Lantern, because they'll just Soul Guide Lantern in response and then it's gone. Like, that doesn't get me anywhere. EE, crack it, bring it back. Yeah, but if I do that, they'll exile it. So I'm not going to be able to recast it. Yeah, cost 0 to sack, which is a big deal. I'm gonna play Goose. Goose is gonna give me a food. I'm gonna grind the food. Because if this gives me... yeah, sure. Hey, opponent. Can I play that? This doesn't actually get me anywhere. It just means they have to play the Soul Guide Lantern again next turn. So, in essence, I'm just locked, and I'm just going to get buried. But maybe? I don't know why I'm doing this. I just want to believe. If I had another green source and I mill an Uro and I have enough cards in my graveyard to support it, I can... Haha! They'll have to exile one of their own cards here. I can... OP claims to be an aggro deck. Well, it's an aggro deck with Luris, which means I can grind like the Dickens. What are the cards in their hand? Aha. That makes sense. Alright. Galvanic Blast? Maybe? Start grinding the station. Yeah, it doesn't help at all. But it also doesn't help at all. I guess we play Goose, make a food. Goose makes it a 9/9 if you crack the food. Well, I'm going to play an Uro here. And see where that takes me. Yeah, I mean, it's the same effect on the Scourge. That is true. Yikes. Well, actually, we'll see what happens. The Bauble might trick them into being cocky and silly, and they might goof. They might goof it next turn and lose. We'll see. Okay. That's not good. Oh, that's so bad. Are we dead? We're just dead. Got it. Yeah, just dead. Got it. They're gonna play Seal of Fire, remove one blocker, play Seal of Fire, remove the other blocker, and just kill me. Cool. I do want this Galvanic Blast. Because Luris is a thing. Let's cut the last Kinnan. No, let's cut a Goose. Let's cut a Goose. Alright. I would like to draw a timely Veil of Summer. I would like some timely reinforcement, please. Perhaps in my opening with a green source? Bang. Boom, baby. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Perfect. Oh, that is the nuts. You know, if we top deck Breach, we can turn to them. I'm not saying, just saying. Pretty sure this is the right hand for that. Yeah. Jiggy, is this the turn 2? Is this the turn 2 kill? It is. Yeah, this is the turn 2. Alright, Bauble. Bauble ourselves. You need Drum or another Mox? No, because I can play the Mox. If I play Grinding Station first. Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. It's close, though. Top card is Snow-Covered Island. I'm going to take it because I don't want to sack this land. I don't want to sack this land and tell them that I am ready to veil them. Oh, please. Oh, this is the setup for turn 1 discard. This is not turn 1 Swift Spear. This is turn 1 discard. Do it. Do it.
With each passing moment, you become more my servant. Do it.
Oh, no. Brutal. Brutal. Oh, that's so frustrating. All right, well, we'll go get a Triome, so it's not the end of the world. It's fine. We'll just play Kinnan slow. Kinnan's basically going to +1 storm count at some point. He's not. You're not going to contribute to the game in any meaningful way. Oh, we can do this. Are we going to do that? I think we're going to do that. Seal of Fire. I was not expecting. Not expecting my opponent to be packing such devastation. Seal of Fire. I mean, I know we saw it last game, and I know they're a lowest deck. Still. Seal of Fire, not a card on my radar. Okay, go get your black mana. You could play a Swift Spear first. I don't mind. But please Thoughtseize me. Right now. Because the best thing about... Are you serial? Are you for real? Stop it. Oh, that'll do. Oh, no, they can shoot me. Oh, that sucks. But they want to shoot Kinnan. I wonder if I can make them... I can make them not kill my Kinnan. Huh, interesting. So I go 17. Play Mox. Play Kinnan. And now they've got the Sophie's Choice. So they either kill my Kinnan or they keep their Scourge. Interesting. That's a cool interaction right there. No, I mean, that is a cool play, and we're basically getting we're basically getting to make that play, except that the play that we're making here is we force them into a really awkward choice. So, yeah, that's a card. All right, so we just need them not to have discard now, which of course now they will have it because I tapped off my green, because they're probably a good player. We'll see. They're tanking. I wonder if they have K-Com. I bet they have K-Com. K-Com will actually be Bolt. That is not K-Com. Discard spell? That's fine, man. That's... It is a counter, right? Like, it's not a counter spell in the strictest speaking Magic terms, but, like, you could say it counters the thing. Nothing, huh? All right. Okay. So we'll play Bauble, we'll play Grinding Station, and we will hope that they're not playing, like, a red... Shatter-like effect, that they are only playing K-Com. And we'll Bauble on their upkeep. Yeah, Grinding Stations triggers itself. It's very strange because things that apply a static effect. So I forget what the name of the card is, but there's a 3-mana artifact that just says, like, I think it's like permanents enter the battlefield tapped. I think it's just everything. And that doesn't affect itself because it has to be in play for it to be effective. And so while it's on the stack, it does. But Grinding Station's a trigger. And is it Damping Matrix? I think it's Damping Matrix. I think that's what it's called. I think it's artifacts enter the battlefield tapped. But anyway, that doesn't affect itself. But because Grinding Station's a trigger, it does. Which is very odd. Is it Orb of Dreams? Is it from Kamigawa? Wild. Things that you've forgotten. And by you, I mean me. Should be Modern League. Let's play it. Oh no! That doesn't target me. I can't blow it out with Veil of Summer. I can cycle this Veil of Summer at end of turn, though, which I think I need to do. Because I would like to not die. I'm just going to cycle the Veil. And then all we need to do is draw mana here, and we win, I believe. I really hope I don't lose with the game like this. Should I grind my EE? You already win. Oh, right. I just play the Breach. Right. No, never mind. All right, cool. We're good. And I have enough artifacts in play that I'll just win. Because the tricky thing is always trying to make sure that you can start gaining mana. You don't need to gain a lot of mana, but you need to gain a little. Yeah. Well, if they held it up for Breach, how bad would it be? I don't really know if it would matter at all. Oh, I can play Emry first? Okay, so this is just Baby Town Frolics in the name in the words of Archer. Okay, this is the easiest combo turn of our lives. So we got there. There's no piece of interaction they could possibly have at this point to stop me here. I guess if they had Surgical, they could really mess me up. So what we need to do from here is make sure that we'll be able to Galvanic Blast them to death if we need to. I'm not worried about it. It's just something to be aware of. If they are trying to game us here, and by game us, I mean play correctly. Like if they have a Surgical, they can interact with us, or I guess a Cling to Dust for Thassa's Oracle, but we should be able to kill them with Galvanic Blast. So we're always yesing to this, and then I'll just yield each time because I'm fairly reasonable at executing the combo. So now on, we just go Mox Amber grind, Mox Amber grind, Mox Amber grind. We're gonna leave the Galvanic Blast in there just in case. And if I want to start producing red mana, I need to be cognizant of what I'm getting rid of here, because I might need to play a Springleaf Drum eventually, so I can play a Wrenn and Six so that my Moxes can start tapping for red. Okay, so that's fine. I can untap, tap, mill. Oh, I should save target. We have 10 minutes to do this, so it's just worth doing it in a way that is most likely to let us win. Eventually, Emry's milled, cost blue. We have 2 other artifacts. Yeah. So I'm going to play Springleaf Drum here. And then a Wrenn and Six. Have I played a land yet this turn? I haven't. Good. So pay 1. I need to leave a land in there. Preferably a red producing land. I could fetch 1. Do I want Veil in there? I don't need Veil in there. I have a Veil in play. I'm going to let Jiggy explain this. I will be happy to explain the ways I'm doing what I'm doing and why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it after I finish doing it. Blue, green, play Wrenn and Six, exile, Bauble. We can exile a Mox. And I have 1 in play right now in a Kinnan. Play Wrenn and Six. Pick up Misty. Oh, no, yeah, no worries. I'm peeking over at chat when I have like a half a second. And I just want you to know I would be very, very happy to answer these things, but I just need to be careful while I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, so we get breeding pool, I guess. What do I want out of this? I guess I just want red, right? If I have to go Galvanic Blast. Because from now on, my Moxes make everything that I need. Okay, so now we just start comboing. We need to float 2 blue and then any number of everything else. Mox can tap for red. It can now, once I play it. But I have to play it. Here we go. Now we'll play it. Oh, I can grind away my Springleaf Drum. Engineer explosives. Okay. So now we're going to start tapping. Okay, so we float 1 green and then we just float red from now on. And I have the steam vents for the blue, so we're good. Okay. The biggest problem is going to be having enough cards. Actually, no, we're not actually cool yet because if I run into a situation where they shoot, that is a big mistake. So I missed a mill there. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It just depends on if they actually have a piece of interaction or not. Like this whole thing could be totally moot if they don't have a piece of interaction in the end of it. I guess we'll see once I flip the Oracle. I'm not worried about time. If we're going to lose the game, we're basically going to lose next turn. Like it's not going to be like a long drawn out thing here. So it's already untapped, so let's tap this for red. Tap the grinding station second. There's an Uro in there. I feel like I should play the Uro. If I can. So let's untap that. No? I guess it's going to eat too many cards, huh? Do you think if they had a piece of interaction, they would have gotten rid of my Uros by now, though? Don't be clever. Just Oracle? Alright, fine. I'm just concerned because they're actually making me click through it. And, like, I had more than enough time to complete the combo. Like, it's not... I can't imagine they think I'm gonna time out comboing here. It's game 3. Like, I have time. Alright, well, if we're just gonna Oracle, then it's much quicker. They cling Oracle, they cling the Oracle. I don't like that attitude. I think we can be better. But I understand. I just wish I had milled it earlier then, you know what I mean? I guess we can't combo off in response, so it doesn't really make sense to... So if you want to do this combo quickly, you set up your stops like this and your triggers, and then all you have to do is go tap the grinding station, sack the Mox, you play the Mox, and you exile the 3 cards on top of it, unless one of the cards is Thassa's Oracle. So it is very much possible to do this combo relatively quickly. Hold W. It will activate the first ability on a card, which definitely ends up saving you a chunk of time. I really wish the Oracle would flip soon, because I don't like... I don't like having to sit here and not know. I have an Emry in play, so my devotion is 3. Good lord. I'm going to add an extra green. It's going to be the last card, huh? So I'm just going to be screwed. Okay. Oh, no, I can just cast it, and I will win no matter what happens. So this is actually lucky. Huh, that's funny. So if they have Fatal Push, we get to veil it. If they have some kind of red card, we get to dodge that one too. Yeah, Fatal Push, perfect. Dude. We win! Oh my god, we had exactly one card left, so we actually dodged the loss. That's funny. No, it wouldn't have been there, though. Well, actually, if they had another piece of interaction, we would have won off the trigger being on Emry. Yeah, so... really made us work for it. Apologies to anyone on stream and anyone who's watching this video in the future. I was just getting really in my own head about how we could like game theory our way to a better board position. And Jiggy, of course, cut through the Gordian knot and said, just combo. And if they have it in a way that we can't beat, then they have it in a way that we can't beat. Which is quite often the right thing to do. That said, this is like one of those things where I would have liked Urza in the deck because Urza gives you a whole bunch of extra blue count. Situations like that. I wonder. Yeah, you like to play combo because you like to make your OP have it. That's fair. That's fair. Huh. We're not going to do it, but if we played Leyline of Anticipation, we could go off at instant speed. So this hand is like the nuts, right? Yeah. Leyline of Anticipation to make this deck go off at instant speed. That's a silly choice. But if I was going to play straight blue-red, I might do that. Interesting. I maybe should have baubled there, so I could bauble myself and improve my draw. But we don't know what we're up against, so that doesn't really... We don't know what we're looking for, so we'll just see what they're up to. Turn Timber Symbiosis. All right, so some kind of... Oh! Oh my. Hello, friend. Okay, so this is almost definitely Belcher. So we just need to combo as quickly as possible. So is drawing a card off my Wrenn and Six relevant at all right now, or should I just be hunting for combo pieces? I guess thinning my deck is probably always semi-relevant. Yeah, we're gonna Wrenn and Six. I was just entertaining the possibility. I don't need to play the Mox. Okay, so we can combo faster than them. Belcher on top. They do not need to draw that. I mean, they could, but it's a matchup where I would love to have Karn, but this version does not have that yet. But someday, soon, and for the rest of Jesus, that's rude. Okay, so fetch island. Do I need a different color of mana? I might as well put the Mox into play because when I play Uro, I'm going to draw something, and I can see, like, if I draw Kinnan, I could add... Nope. Well, at least I drew a Misty, so I will be able to get non-basics from this point forward. We will sack that, get a Ketria Triome, pick up the Misty. Maybe I shouldn't have picked up the Misty and just left it there so I could at least escape Uro next turn. That's actually probably true. Yep. I realized it after I did it. Oh boy. Oh, it didn't matter. It just didn't matter. They just turn 3'd us because nothing matters. Okay, so don't need these. probably just all this nonsense. That all seems good. Oh, and Ashiok, right? Does Ashiok... No, Ashiok doesn't work against their path thingy. Whatever that card is called. Forge the path, follow the path. The thing that lets them stack their deck. We don't really need engineer explosives. I'll keep the number to combo. Grindier elements of our deck don't really matter. I guess Ashiok's not going to be very good here. We're just trying to combo fast. I think Uro's actually more useful because it draws us a card, like a real card, not lands. And Tail's End can be good if they juke into the Oopsal creatures sideboard plan, which they will sometimes do. So we get to play Thassa's Oracle on 2 with the Springleaf Drum in play. No interaction. Mishra's Bauble. We're playing Uro on 3. It's not good. Yeah, Tail's End can stop Belcher for 1 turn. I mean, it's nothing, but it's something. Okay, well, we have half the combo here. We get the bottom Thassa's Oracle. We have a little bit of interaction. We have half the combo. Yeah. So we're going to play Misty and go get Ketria Triome. Good draw. I think we'll jam Kinnan here because it's not likely that they can turn 2. It is possible, but it's not likely. I guess I could play Minamo. Keeping my life total high doesn't really matter, but worth talking about. I guess I could have popped that aggressively, but I don't. Upkeep? You have upkeep, thanks. Okay. Okay. So if they have the combo, they'll just kill us, and there's nothing we can do about it. Okay. We might be a lot worse than Oops All Spells, Jiggy. Like, a lot worse. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've played any control decks that aren't Field of the Dead control decks with Force and Negation. Did I play any of those? I might have played one. I know I didn't play against any like proper control decks in that second league where I got the 4-1. I like having the solid matchup against Black-Red. That is a big selling point on this deck. We can beat one of the premier burn decks. I say burn deck, it's like a mid-range. Do I want this land? Actually, yes I do. Yes I do. Okay, double Tail's End could be good enough. Depends on how perfectly they try to stack against interaction. Okay, so are they going to wheel here? Okay, so we get... No, you... Oh, opponent. You made a mistake right there. You really did. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, opponent. You made a mistake right there. You really did. I mean, maybe they have another... Got him. That's so funny. Well, they wouldn't lose to Pack Trigger. They would still win the game here. They would still win the game this turn, except that I stopped them from getting their wheel. That's hilarious. Okay. Do I want Veil of Summer? I don't, but if they're playing Pact, I probably should play it. We're already playing Aether Gust, which is, I guess, kind of good. Yeah. So we need to have interaction or a reasonably fast combo. They surely Four Tails said, yeah, we drew 2 out of 2 there. I just like how they immediately scooped. Like, they're clearly playing to do the fastest number of leagues that they can. Hey, Jiggy, keep or mull. Should I mull this? I wonder. I don't know. We're definitely mulling this. I don't know if I can keep this, but they also mulled to 5, so that feels good. Yeah, we gotta go down. Can't do it. Yeah, that's the best one I've seen. I think we go bottom. Fetch Breeding Pool, play Gilded Goose, and then that's hopefully good enough. Okay. Godspeed, little doodle. Godspeed, little doodle. Oh, it's a good draw. I need a 0-mana artifact. Deck? I didn't need... Might as well. Might as well jump. No, just go ahead and jump. I could have played the Springleaf Drum for free there. It's not going to matter if we top deck what we need to, and it's not going to matter if they top deck what they need to. Okay. Just Belcher? No Iron Crag? Okay. Yes. Alright. Let's do it. Bang. Breach. Oh, if I had played the drum, I would have 1 extra mana, and I'd still be able to do it. I think I could still do it. Can I still do it? I don't know. I think if I had played the drum, I would have been able to win here. I honestly do. I mean, we can still try. So... the drum help me at all? No, it's never ever going to be more than neutral. Although I guess I can mill myself with it, which will give me more fodder. Amber can ramp. Not at instant speed. So I don't have a legend in play, so this doesn't tap for mana right now. And then when Uro's in play, I can't play a second Amber. I'm just trying to figure out... No. I think if I had done this properly... I could sack the food to play Uro, and then Uro could tap on the drum to make an extra mana, and if I draw Breach, I can win. I don't think I can do that right now, but I'm just gonna do it and see what happens. Okay, so Emry is not hurtful, but it's also not helpful. So we go tap for blue, Uro dies, play the Emry, Emry mills, play the Mox, keep the Mox, yeah, untap that, sure. Play the Amber, or play the Springleaf Drum, release. So even if I had played it correctly, we still would have lost, but I would have had the potential to draw the out there. So a missequencing but cost us the game in one tiny fraction of cases. Which did not happen here. So how close were we to a breach? Not close at all. Got it. Man, my breaches are always so deep. There it is. All right, let's see if we can scoop out a 2-3. Yeah, I really want to try a version of this with replacing the Wrenn and Six and the Uros with Serum Visions and Urzas, or Serum Visions and Pact Force of Negations in some mixture. And I should probably go down or go up on land count because I'm cutting the Wrenn and Sixes. I am cutting a lot of legends. I wanted Karns too. Well, no. No, absolutely not. I want more of a mid-range plan that doesn't rely on the graveyard. And if I'm not going to do that, I just want to go all combo. The problem I have with this deck right now is the combo plays out of the graveyard and the mid-range strategy plays out of the graveyard. And I don't think that that's a good place to be. Like, Dredge doesn't have a backup strategy for a reason. It's all in on the graveyard, and if your opponent is able to just haymaker you, then you're done, right? You have to play counter hate on your sideboard, and you have to counter the counterplay. This deck is not great at countering the counterplay because it's playing these grindy mid-range stuff. Belcher's so toxic for the format. I disagree, because the format is full of force and negation decks that have been largely keeping it in check. That said, Oops All Spells is apparently like doing quite well. Belcher's less horrible for the format than the Venge Spy version of Oops All Spells, which is much, much better than Belcher. All right, on the play. Yeah, I think the Venge Spy version is considerably better than Belcher. I mean, like, Belcher's not the worst. It's fine, but... Belcher has more potential to turn to. This hand is not good enough. Oh, we're against Obosh. Okay, so we know what we're up against. This hand is also very poor, so going to 5. Yikes. Hand is also very poor, but I'm not gonna go to 4. God, this is such a bad hand. Ugh. Jeez. I mean, I have red-blue grinding station and a Bauble. So if I just top deck a Breach, we've almost won the game. Yay, 2-card Monty? Question mark. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Grinding station. We just need to get a bunch of pro players to say it's going to be the best deck ever again, and it will spike. I'm good. Well, we're on the last match of this very sad little league that I've played through, but we could do another one, and we might tweak the deck out a little bit in one direction or another. Oh, one of the nice things also, Jiggy, is if we play Karn, a lot of the sideboard graveyard hate people play is vulnerable to Karn, at least being shut off by Karn or being shut down by it. So, you know, that's something. I'm gonna play this Emry. It's not gonna do anything. It's just gonna die to some kind of burn spell, but it's gonna be slightly less damage at my face, which I guess is good. And then now, if we draw the Breach, we do win on the spot. We have enough cards in our graveyard that we will now win on the spot. So, actually, do we, or are we one short? I think we're one short. Because I have to play the Mox Amber first to reduce the cost of Emry. And then... we'll see. We'll see. Breach. Bang. Okay. I guess this is gonna be how we play a deck. On the plus side, we've got... Am I dying on turn 4? No! The aggressive deck in Modern goldfished me on turn 4. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. What, to put me to 1? This is lethal. Cool. Jiggy's got a deck to show me. Are these coffee? Oh, yes, those are coffee beans. Really, really terrible. Yeah, my really, really terrible, like clip art coffee bean that I made on stream one day. I am not an artist. Galvanic Blast. I guess we want Aether Gust and EE. Wrenn and Six is not great in this matchup. I'll keep 2 of them, maybe. And then I'll cut a Mox, because we've got extra engineered explosives. And then Kinnan's really bad here too. But we can't go too low on our legend count. Fresh grind your beans every yearning. Oh wow. Oh, we could play this one next. Oh, there's no okay, this is without Narset, but it does have I see. Okay, that's an interesting approach, Jiggy. That's an interesting approach. Okay, we're gonna keep this one. We've got a plan. In fact, we have 2 really good plans in this matchup. One of them is just jam Uro repeatedly if you can. Just keep swimming. I could play turn 1 Emry, but I'm not interested in doing that. I'd much rather play turn 1 Engineered Explosives than a turn 2 Emry. And turn 2 Emry will be able to pop the EE. This is, I actually had this start against Black Red Shadow one time. It's very, very powerful because on my turn 2, I end up with 2 lands and a Mox and an Emry, and if they have a 1-drop, it is now dead. So, there it is. Bye, Taylor.
You will die. Oh no, my friend. You will die.
Surgical. I don't know, there's an upkeep stop. And they're a prowess deck, so I feel like I'm about to get surgical. Do it. Do it, you nerd. No. Alright. I don't have to pop the EE anymore. But I would have to shock, so I'd really rather not do that against that deck. So we'll play the Amber, play the Emry, and then I don't need to pop this EE right now, so if they have a second Swift Spear, we get to force them to either spend mana or play it after combat. Or play it next turn, but either of those, or any and all of those things I'm happy about. Okay, nothing important. Good. Good. Yep. Alright. Bang. Now we draw Breach. Oh, well, okay. Not my least favorite draw. I do need to shock myself on this one, so we're gonna get... What do I have more of in the deck? Blue sources? I feel like it's blue sources. Actually, right now it's almost exactly even. I guess generally speaking, I'll be happier to have... Oh, I want double blue in case I draw the Thassa's Oracle, because I would like to be able to play it just as a blocker that sort of sets up my draw a little bit. We'll be able to drop another EE on 1 here, which is not bad. Oh. Or we could draw the nuts. I mean, I say the nuts. It's not really the nuts. No, we're just going to play EE on 1 here. We're not going to play this Emry this turn. Because I would have to play EE on 0 to do that. I don't want to do that. I will be right back. Hold on. All right. Oh, sorry, OP. All right. What do you got? 4 cards in hand. They need to deal with the incoming Uro of Doom.
The Dome of Doom.
I love playing Emry piles. I really do. I need to make an Emry pile that's good again. I saw Spike was playing blue-white Urza Thopter Blade. I think I want to play that. At minimum, I will play that some percentage tomorrow. But it's another one of those decks where like Urza is the worst card in it, most likely. Which is so brutal. So if we play a Grixis version of this with Lurrus in the main deck, does that mean we get to play Exhume or whatever it's called? Mark Tobias has been playing a ton of Emry. Well, I know he was playing it in the Esper Emry deck, or the Esper Areo deck. That's not a bad draw. All right, so Emry. Trigger. Oh, yeah, okay. So now I know I should have gotten a green. I should have gotten Stomping Grounds with this land. And the reason why I should have gotten Stomping Grounds with this land is that Emry is a blue legend. Does not let my Mox Amber tap for green. It's P.O. Urza build. Oof. Well, I guess people want to play the unfair decks. You need a Bolter? Are you killing my Emry? I need Bolt. Me? Wild. Why? Bedlam Reveler? This has to be that they're building towards a Bedlam Reveler, right? But they have Lurrus, right? No. Oh, bosh. Bedlam Reveler costs 8. You can't do that. What are you doing, opponent? Are you drunk? Have you been drinking? Put Stomp on top of their library. Okay. Well, that was a really good draw. Scoop? Might see a scoop. I am 100% sure I clicked enough cards there, but whatever. Draw. Not bad. Oh, yeah, nope, there it is. I had a feeling. All right. We were not comboing anytime soon. Jesus. This deck does not want a combo. At least not tonight. This afternoon it was solid. All right, we're good. Maybe Witching Well and Urza. Witching Well does give us a sort of grindy element. Sort of. And then Witching Well does pitch nicely to force it. And then of course there's what's it called? Metallic Rebuke? Yeah, Metallic Rebuke. It's probably worth playing in the main deck. Definitely want to keep some number of a Galvanic Blast. About to crush a poor Jund player. Do it. Do it, Jiggy. Crush them. Song and Breach is nuts. No kidding. Well, so, like, that's what I'm saying is, like, Song is something that would allow us to go way over the top of any mid-range strategy without using the graveyard. And so they have to have a very specific kind of hate piece to beat that, because otherwise you could just tear through your entire deck and just play a Thassa's Oracle out of your hand. So, like, again, I'm not saying that this deck doesn't have any value or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying at all. This is a really reasonable keep, and I'm so here for it. I'm not super thrilled about the Ketria Triome, as usual, being a mandatory tap land. Not a huge fan right now, but it's probably going to be okay. I just really wish that I could, like, play the Goose on turn 1 and or the Galvanic Blast on turn 1 without having such a cruddy option here. I mean, you see what I'm saying, right? Like, I have to play it now, otherwise I can't have 2 mana on turn 2. Unless I'm just gambling that I'm going to draw it, which I don't. You can escape, repeal with Breach, and just draw your deck. Oh, sick. That's a slick line. Light up the stage. All right, well, they're going to draw a bunch of cards. Great. Well, they played the land first, so maybe they're going to play Swiftspear? Yeah. But then they're just going to crack in for 2, I assume? Yeah. I would like to draw Emry or Grinding Station or... Oh, no. They're wondering how much they want to hit me for. Oh, no, they're not. Okay. Just cast the Light of the Stage. Kill me next turn. Don't kill me now. Kill me next turn. Pretty sure that's how you're supposed to play that. Jesus. What if I EE you? What will you even do? Huh. Remember how I said one of the cards I wanted to draw was Emry? That was cool when I did that. See ya, Alex. I think I need to play this Galvanic Blast this turn, though. And I can't play the... God, where is Astrolabe, you know? That would help so much. I think I have to play the Goose. Play the Goose and hold up the... We'll play the Goose and just kill the Soulscar Mage now. Or the Swiftspear, but whatever. I can get a bunch of extra mana on a single turn. So if I draw Uro or Breach, I'm good to go. Don't have mutagenic growth. Okay, thank you. I guess the main argument for I should have played Emry there was if I milled an Engineered Explosives or an Uro. Probably should have played Emry there. You're not, are you? Okay, good. It's like, what? Oh, they're going to play Light of the Stage pre-combat. Oh, this is going to suck. Maybe. They already played their land. I feel like my opponent's not perfect on their mono red sequencing yet. Oh, Swift Spear is nice. Because they'll probably play the Swift Spear. I mean, I guess they could Firebolt my Goose. I don't know. I genuinely don't know which of these is correct. Firebolt the Goose. I guess that means I definitely won't have mana. And I'm not even allowed to choose to block. Shit. Okay, so Mox. Actually, if I mill over a grinding station, can I win right now? I might be able to. Got a lot of mana. I sure hope I can, because otherwise I'm definitely dead. Boy, does it look like I'm dead. I can go to 12. While playing the Springleaf Drum, which gives me an extra mana next turn. Okay. They probably can't kill me with one card in hand. They've got the Lava Dart in their graveyard. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so they kill me at what I look like I'm at, but so they have Lightning Bolt. Okay, they have Mountain. That's good. 3 mana. Blood Moon? Shattering Spree. What the flip? Yikes. I don't know why they didn't play the Swiss Sphere first, but okay. So we'll let them target. They're probably just going to split it all out. Yeah, they did. So we go tap, tap, sack. Yeah, Song of Creation is a sweet card. It'd be nice to play with it again. So we are going to live through this turn. And if we draw a grinding station, I think we can still win, which is pretty wild. I also think it's possible I can make myself mill it. I can definitely make myself mill it. So Mox, mana, Mox, mana, play Breach. So I need a second artifact in play. So we play the Bauble. Yeah, play the Bauble. Play Amber and I need my new Emry to cost 1 less. I need the new Emry to cost 1. So I can't just keep playing Ambers and make that happen, because I want to mill myself for 4 right now and see if I hit the grinding station. So if I hit the grinding station right now, I can just win. And Emry gives me a free mana. No. Can I mill myself anymore? Well, I can Aether Gust the Soul Scar Mage, and that will buy me a turn. I'm going to lose the Breach at the end of this turn, so I should try to get as much out of this as possible. Recast Amber, then recast Emry. I could just recast an Emry right now. Right? Oh, I need the blue mana. Yeah, so I'll use Emry to play Mox Amber. Because this way I get to keep the most cards. Yeah. So this gives me 4 more shots at the grinding station. cast that. Play Emry. For a single blue. Exile. So Wrenn and Six. Keep the one that's not summoning sick. Doesn't matter. And actually having the untapped one might be useful if I want to bring back Springleaf Drum. So we have the untapped one now. Also theoretically a blocker. Nope. But I can do that again, right? Yeah, I can escape this one. Yeah, we're spinning again. We're not out of resources yet, so until we're out of resources, we're going to keep doing this. I think we only get to do this one more time, though. So, and we still need to, once we cast the grinding station, we can turn the Bauble into 3 cards and one of our Ambers into 3 cards, so we should be okay. So, enter the battlefield, mill 4. Okay, yep, trigger's good. Do we hit it, please? I would like to hit it now because I've worked very, there it is. Okay, so I need to play Mox first. I think we got there. Yeah, it looks like it. Sucks that I have to play a Mox on a Mox again, but yeah, it was a pretty good sequence. I'm not unhappy with it. Cast grinding station. Largely doesn't matter what we take out now because I have a Mox Amber in play. I could just use the same one over and over again. But we'll take out the other Emry because I definitely don't need that. I think we got there. Yeah, we did. Yep, that's it. On the last possible grind, we made it. All right, so always yes. And right now I want to activate this with the trigger on the stack, and we'll save targets on me, stack the Mox. Okay, and now we're good. Okay. Groovy.
Groovy.
Any Duke Nukem fans in the house? Anybody? Eh? No? That's alright. No problem. Oop. Where's my soundboard? I've got the tune. I've got the tune for this. Where are you? There it is. Okay, so now I can yield to that trigger because I know what's going on. So we can go faster. We must grind faster, Max. Oh no, I don't want to yield to this because I want to tap beforehand and always have it untapped. So we're gonna take an extra second to do this, but there's no, they have 0 cards in hand. There is no out. So so we can take another 30 second. Yeah. 4-1 last league. But sometimes you get the bad beats. Our opponent's a nice guy. Oop, wrong order. All right. Always be plugging, folks. I know it's not the most exciting content on here, but you know, whenever you meet someone on Magic Online, one of the things that I love about it compared to Arena is you're actually allowed to interact with your opponents, because guess what? Not every single goddamn human being on the planet is going to be an aggressive douche nozzle and ruin everyone else's good time. Some of us can actually be human when you give us the freedom to do so. So you can make wonderful connections with your opponents in real time on the internet, sharing your hobby, which I love. But it is easier for me to say as a cisgendered white male, so I understand. And I mean that with no, like, I just legitimately mean that. That is not sarcastic in any way. Like, it is easier for me to say. I do not doubt the relevance that other people have and the reality of their experiences. That is 100% important. Okay. So they don't have any way to interact with this, I assume, but I am going to go ahead and finish milling my whole deck here, rather than not. Bang. So, chain casting Emrys, a new way to win. Well done, little deck. Well done. Trigger. You the winner. Ha ha ha. You the winner. Yeah. So, sweet ending there for this very, very cool deck. Jiggy has sent over a crazy Song of Creation version that I will probably play tomorrow, because I am definitely too tired to do so now. So what do I have to say about this deck? I really think that Wrenn and Six and Uro are not great for this deck. And then maybe even Kinnan isn't, and maybe we can create some kind of other mana engine here. So that is where I will try different versions of this deck. But I'm going to try to focus this next week on like proper, true, iterative versions of Temur, Grinding Breach, and or other variations on Grinding Breach, just for whatever reason, you know. I also have some decks that I should be testing on a budget of some variety. But I'm a little wiped out right now, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be done for the night. That said, let me see where we're gonna raid anyway. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with my sideboard. Tail's End was a blowout in my previous league in a couple of different games, and then not so much this time. Most of the sideboard seems pretty good. We ran into 0 graveyard decks, so I don't know if these Soul Guide Lanterns are at all relevant. But then one of the previous leagues, I ran into Oops All Spells, like the proper creature versions. So it's just hard. Modern is so diverse that it's difficult to figure out. Oh, we're going to raid Strifo because he is the man. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you pop that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I will see you on another video. This was Temur, Grinding Breach, and we'll probably be doing some other versions of that this week. See you then.